I have a story for you today. Back when I first started playing the game, sorry if I'm being kinda quiet, I don't want to wake anyone. Uh, Back when I first started playing the game, I ran an electric deck. It wasn't very good. It only consisted of genetic apex cards, and if I remember correctly, it had Heliolisk, Zebstrika, and Pikachu EX. Oh wait, no, Electrode as well. It wasn't very good. It wasn't a very good deck because at the time I didn't have a lot of the meta cards. And very quickly, once Mythical Island came out, I changed my deck around. To instead be a Celebi Executor Superior deck, which, as you know, for a while in the game, Celebi was the only consistent way you could do 1,000 damage. And with Celebi as my main deck, the max damage I was ever able to do was 440 damage. So you may be wondering, why am I telling you this quietly? Well, I already told you I'm being quiet, but because I don't want to wake anyone. But why am I telling you this? So anyway, I ran a Celebi, Executor, and Superior deck, and for a while, Celebi was the only way you could really easily do 1,000 damage. Or more correctly, the cap of 999 damage. But it would take at least 20 energy, and more realistically, it would take 20 energy and a superior, and maybe a bit more because you're not guaranteed to get lucky at all each time. And then, as time moved on, I became more known. Whoops, what did I do? Okay, didn't fully close it. And as time moved on, I became more known in my earliest videos for a deck I ran with. This isn't the Palkia card I used, but the deck revolved around Palkia, and there was Ludicolo, Keldeo at some point. This was the exact Suicune I used in the deck, and there were the 2 gold Mantiques, and at one point there was Manaphy, but that no longer exists. Anyway, as time moved on, I also went past that deck and got to Master Ball rank with Terapagos, then Miraidon, and most recently Rotom. But a while ago, when when they were showing off a card, they were showing off this card, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Burst. It takes exactly 20 energy to do the max, and I begin to feel I could hit. This was my best chance ever to do 1,000 points, but the season is nearly over. But here is the deck I'm running. I named it Celebi for the fact that Celebi was the first thing you could ever do this with, and the accessories are all the accessories I ever used during the Celebi deck, back before I started making videos. But the dex box I'm keeping is Dragon. But anyway, this is the idea I've come up with. There are two Mega Rayquaza, honestly, only for the fact that I want to be able to get one really quickly. There are two Magby and two Pichu, which are both meant to store up electric and fire energy. But as if that will work, I don't entirely know. Here's two Pokeballs to hopefully get an item, to hopefully get a Pokemon to make getting energy easier. Lucky Ice Pop for some healing if needed. Electric generators, honestly, only if like I get close and I feel like I could make it to 1,000 damage with them. Two Professor Oaks, a Sabrina, two Lycias, two Copycats, and a red. Which the red's honestly only just there to prove that you can't go past 1,000 damage. But if I'm being honest, looking back on it, I honestly want to switch out the red with starting planes, so I'm gonna do that. But anyway, this is the deck I think can finally make me get to do 1,000 damage. And if it doesn't do that, because honestly I am testing out this deck right now, I have no idea if it's going to work. But if it can't do that, I want to at least do more damage than 440. But it's time to test it out. And I am already at Master Ball rank this season, so hopefully I don't go too far down. And who knows, maybe this won't be as hard as I think it is. Hard to know. Anyway, time to do the Celebi deck without Celebi. But let's test it out and see if it'll work. Which I think this is the first battle I've ever done as a member of Master Ball rank. Okay, I think this is already an optimal start. I think anyway. I could be wrong, obviously. I could always easily be wrong. But I think if it's going to happen, I feel like this is a good opportunity for it too. Okay, I need one of the two Mega Rayquaza in this deck. Okay. Also, I forgot to mention this when I was explaining the deck, but I feel like now might be my best chance because if I just do the damage on a Mega, I win the battle automatically, meaning even if I do the good damage and don't win the battle, it can still end up being a win. Yeah, dang it. Well, I will most likely win the battle. This isn't going to be easy. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But to know this battle has gone as well as it did, all things considered, it makes me happy. I'm confused what this opponent is doing, though. I think they know they're going to lose, but I don't think they'll retreat just because they know that fact. Let's see. Electric generator. Yeah, great. What do you mean? Just an electric. Oh, oh, it's benched electric Pokemon. Oh. Well, that might have not as been as good of an idea as I thought it was. Well, I win the battle, but I only did 350 damage, which that's not breaking the record today. Okay, well now I need to decide what to change about the deck, because that unfortunately did not work out. What do I change? Well, obviously this didn't work out, unfortunately. And I really wanted it to. But anyway. I think we can add, no, okay, I think I know what I want to add. I'm gonna do a red and a leaf if somehow we start with a Mega Rayquaza. I want there to be at least a way out of it. But anyway, back in we go. If we can't get to 1,000 points, I want to at least try to break my damage record. Okay, I don't think this could have gone any better. This starting hand. I have Licia, Pichu, and Mega Rayquaza. But that Hitmontop might be a bit annoying. Which actually, that Hitmontop might already make this battle unwinnable. Or at least unwinnable to get to 1,000 points. Also, I only have one of the cute Magby and Pichu, so that's the reason why the deck is like this. Okay, I think this battle I'm just automatically going to lose. I may take out one Pokemon, but that's gonna be it. Oh, Okay, well, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Oh yeah, right. Whoops, I meant to do Professor Oak first. Whoops, that was a bad idea. Anyway, okay, well now that that's over with, how has it only been electric energy from this so far? Okay, well I finally got one fire energy on the board, meaning at least I can attack now, but I'm not sure how to feel about this. If they have Cyrus, I feel like I just lose immediately. I have 8 energy. That's close to breaking my damage record, but I don't really want to push it, if I'm being honest. I can't fully tell if they want me to get to 20 damage to 20 energy or not. I'm uncertain what their goal at this point is. Okay, they have Cyrus. Concede. Okay, I could have broken the cap by 10 damage that battle, but I don't think it would have been really that impactful in the long run. I knew that battle wasn't going to go well, but I stuck with it. But Cyrus has gotten a bit, has become. I think, I think I should have known Cyrus would be common on that deck archetype. Okay, I'm starting second again. This one is actually, I didn't immediately get an optimal hand from the start, meaning that's kinda unfortunate, I'll be honest. That does exactly enough damage to one-shot all my stuff. Except Mega Rayquaza. Which unfortunately Mega Rayquaza's. Yeah, I think this battle might just already be a fail. They don't even have to evolve Combi. They just attack 3 times and game over. Oh wait, Pheromosa does the exact same thing Hitmontop did. Okay, I'm not sure I'm understanding their play here. Maybe they're gonna try to do the same thing the last opponent did, which was Cyrus. I'm still not sure what they're trying to pull off. Wait, no, I should have Professor Oak. Whoops. Why are they waiting to attack? We know they won already, so why haven't they attacked? Huh. We ran out of cards we can target in her deck with that effect. That's kind of funny. Like, they've just fully committed to the bit of like, okay, this opponent knows what they want, so let's just have them do that. Funniest part is that they can just retreat out and win. But I have 8 energy attached. Yep, they just retreated in 1. Okay, concede. They humored that for a lot longer than they had to. Also, I forgot to mention this, but there is generally a good chance I could leave Master Ball Ring today. And if this isn't going well, I'm probably just gonna stop and once I get back to Master Ball Rank with Mega Rayquaza. But that would be funny thing for one season. For the first part of the season, I get to Master Ball with a Rotom deck, but then I leave Master Ball and return that same season with a Mega Rayquaza deck. Which, side note, this deck should really not result in wins, so the fact I got the 1 is quite impressive, honestly. Okay, I need Mega Rayquaza or this deck is basic, or this battle has basically been lost from the start. Okay, I could potentially get it. It's like a 1/2 chance. Okay, got it. Okay, they're switching to Waylord. Um, okay, more time for me to set up energy, I guess. Also, I wonder if they're ever just gonna notice that I'm never gonna attack until I get to like the 20 energy. Or until I get to like a point where it's like, okay, I feel like I'm going to lose. But even then, even if I feel like I'm gonna lose, I might just still end up not attacking ever. Well, I think they've committed to the Wailord play. And if they're committed to that, sure, have fun. I'm committed to this play. And I'm not changing it. Although I could very easily. I have 5 electric energy and no fire energy. It generates both. It's just kind of funny that that's how this is going. Well, at least they're trying to humor me. That's nice of them. Also, there's just genuinely a good chance this might be the only win this person ever gets with this Wailord deck. Well, I mean, they're in Master Ball rank, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but still kind of funny to imagine. Ah, dang it. Oh well. It's not like that really changes much. Also, how does that only do 100 damage? That feels like an attack that should do much more than that. But maybe this is why I've never seen Wailord before. In game. Okay, I think this battle's a good chance to test if it actually updates for without if the most damage dealt updates without me actually winning the battle. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna wait to just push it a bit further. An attack can be used, yes, but I'm not doing it yet. Also, why are they charging up so much energy under my logic? I don't understand that move. This would be so incredibly funny if this is how it works out, but I do 1000 damage. I feel like the lucky ice pops are going to play some role in that eventual battle, but this is not it. A supporter can be chosen, yes, but I'm not going to. I want the Wailord EX to be the one that wins the battle, so I'm gonna Sabrina and just attack. Finally, and test it out. Which also, this should do 700 damage. Never mind, it did 680 because of the heavy helmet. Which honestly, I think it's gonna just be funny to see Wailord beat Mega Rayquaza. Defeat. Unfortunate. Okay, time to see if it updated to be 680. I only went down by 4 points that time. I think the game knows what I'm trying to do now. But let's test it out. Let's see, battle record. Most damage dealt 680. Okay, good to know I don't actually have to win the battle to get a new damage record. That's good to know. I'm still Master Ball rank, but I imagine if this continues on for much longer, I won't be. I just need one opponent willing to work with me, and that's all it's gonna take. Or one opponent that just gets really freakishly unlucky. Which I will admit, I do think it works out for me generally if I go second turn. Melodic EX again. Which normally sleep decks annoy me, but considering every deck is winning against me today, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. If there's only one Pokemon on the bench, I don't actually have to click it for it to attach energy. That's nice. That makes me happy. Also, as you can tell by last battle, there will just be at some point in this where if they copycat me, they are almost guaranteed to gain cards in their hand. Which normally that would annoy me, but considering the main purpose of this deck is just to do the max damage, I'm not gonna care that much. Okay, it's currently doing 300 damage. Okay, well, there's Mega Gyarados. Which I don't even know what's left in the deck. There's like one. Wait, what is left in the deck? I genuinely cannot tell. Like, maybe there's Alicia somewhere? Yeah, there's Alicia still in red deck. Red still in it. I'm not sure what the other two cards are, though. Okay, I'm still not sure what the other two cards, because red was one of the ones I knew for certain it was there. How do they nearly have the exact same number of cards as me? Okay, so it's currently doing 500 damage. I think. Could obviously be wrong, but I think. Okay, there's a copycat. Do I want a Sabrina? I don't think it really matters if I do or not. Uh, well, I wasn't actually gonna kill the Mega Gyarados, ironically enough. I think I somehow convinced this opponent I was trying to win when I absolutely was not. That's the second battle I won today. This deck should not win battles. That's not what it's designed for. Okay, it's Mega Gardevoir, Mega Diancie. I can't remember what the third thing in this deck usually is. Also, it feels weird to know that my. Oh, yeah, Mega Altaria. It feels weird to know these battles are starting to get views on shorts because they didn't ever really get them in the past. But the battle where I'm battling Mega Rayquaza versus Mega Diancie, it just that video is doing so well, which I am incredibly thankful for. I did not think these battles would ever become popular from me, especially considering I don't do the most conventional strategies, as you can tell by the fact I'm running a Pichu Magby Mega Rayquaza deck. Are they going to Mega Gardevoir or just regular Gardevoir? Okay, it's Mega. Huh? Confuse Ray. Um, I guess I'll switch out. I wonder if I get Sabrina again and I use it, do you think they're just gonna automatically concede? Do you think that's gonna happen? Okay, fine, I'll switch back to Pichu. Okay, this is just kind of funny. I wonder if they're waiting for rare candy or they're waiting for a Mega Gardevoir. I wonder if that's what's happening with with this person. Because I feel like by now they could have very easily won this battle, or at least taken one KO, but they have just not done that. Which I'm grateful for, if I'm gonna be honest. This could lead to a new damage record this battle, I think, very easily. And the fact that it's only been like 45 minutes of recording, meaning like, sure, you're not guaranteed to easily like be able to get to the max damage every time, I'll be honest. Yeah, like that's almost never happening. I'll be perfectly honest, but like it's going pretty well, all things considered. Sorry, still in the habit of retreating each turn because of the confusion. Okay, it's gonna do 500 damage. Actually, I think what they're banking on me doing is that I have a Sabrina. I think that's what they're banking on happening. So they win the battle. Which, actually, now just for the fun of it, I feel like it would be fun to just Sabrina for no reason. Okay, I will admit it probably is most optimal to just retreat to Mega Rayquaza and then try to make something work. But no, I don't think that's funny. But also, I think it would just be incredibly funny if they switched back to Meloetta and Meloetta wins them the battle. I always find it funny when the non-attackers of the deck are the ones to win the battle. That's why me using Clement in that one battle annoyed me so much because it was like, it was the perfect opportunity for me to win with Magnemite and it just didn't happen. And it just didn't work out that way because I stupidly used Clement. Okay, I'm back to where I was before, well, two battles ago. I may stop battling after an hour. My brain's getting kind of tired, and I think this has gone better than expected. Because sure, for this battle it requires less brain power than my usual ones, because for the usual ones it's like I'm actively aiming to win. This one is just like, nope, not doing that. Applin. I think it would be interesting to lose to a Hydrapple in this game. I don't think I've faced a Hydrapple before. But also that Applin could just end my battle as well. Funnily enough. Unless I get like the starting fields, is that what the thing is called? Oh yeah, that battle a few battles ago that I couldn't tell what was in the last few cards of the deck. I'm pretty sure the starting fields was one of them. Well, there's Hydra Apple. If both of them are heads, this attack does 100 more damage. Okay, so it just wins the battle either way. I think for this battle, it's not going to be a new damage record, unfortunately. I feel like after this recent Ruler of the Sky set, I feel like I'm gonna see dragons more often on the ranks now. Because the cap on their potential has kind of been lifted, and they're capable of doing more interesting stuff now. And be actually like meta threats, a lot of them. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna end up seeing a lot more during my ranked battles and the emblem battles. Which I will admit that does somewhat excite me. Because it's just like, ooh, the game's continuing to evolve. Because like I remember back when Genetic Apex with my original electric deck, and it was like, wow, this sucks. And the Celebi 2 Executor 2 Superior one, I also had fun with that one, but it didn't really result in much happen. Why did they retreat also? Because, like, I remember my second deck of the game being, like, actually, like, good at some point. Like, I remember Executor, Celebi, and Superior all winning me games. Like, I remember Executor one-shotting Giratina EX at one point. And it was super effective against Darkrai, so I remember a lot of the cards in the deck just beating Darkrai and then losing to Giratina, or beating Giratina and then losing to Darkrai. It was like this incredibly interesting time because it was like, huh. Because, like, up to that point in the game, it was like, that's the best deck you could have. And it was like, huh, it's interesting that this deck I built back during Mythical Island and updated it just slightly, but added basically no new cards. And it was just like, wow. This is keeping up with, like, the modern thread of the day. Then Series B started, and then all the megas came, and it was just like, Darkrai and Giratina, you were fun, and I'm going to miss you, but there are better stuff now. But I think it's interesting for me that I've seen a lot of the megas just out and about because it's been like, huh. Like, a lot of the EXs from the original sets, like, most of them weren't really working out, and it was just like, okay, like, if it releases three in a set, you could expect to see almost, like, none of them during ranked, after that season was over. And just like, not too long ago, we saw a card from the first B series pack. Like, we saw Mega Gyarados being used, and it was like it. I won the battle thanks to Sabrina, but I wasn't ever actually going to attack. So, but it's like interesting to see how the game has evolved, and for it to be like, ooh, Dustox is actually a pretty good card, and it's just like, and it's just like you look back on the Beedrill EX and Genetic Apex and the regular Beedrill card, and it's just like, you sure you know what you're talking about? Bug types aren't really, well, the grass bugs in this game aren't really that good. And it's just like, wow. But like, no, it's like, wow, they were winning battles. Okay, how much damage is this gonna do? 750, I think. If they don't have Sabrina, which I don't think they do. Yeah, maybe that's a card I should include in the deck. Pokemon Center Lady. You know, Hydrapple might actually be responsible for winning this game for them. Which that's going to annoy me so much if that's how I lose this game. With it just getting two heads. But also, I'm so close to doing the 1,000 damage, but it's just not gonna happen, I can already tell. Like, my healing is not, it's going to run out very quickly. And if Hydrabble just gets two heads, I lose. But if I can survive for 4 more turns, then I'm just gonna try to push it into overdrive and see what we can do. Like, maybe I could use the other Mega Rayquaza for something. I'm not sure what it would result in, but I feel like I could. Who knows? Maybe I could make something work. Dang it, it got two heads. It would have only been 800 damage, which that would have been a new record, but it's fine. That battle went better than expected. But the Hydrapple seemed pretty good. Like, I feel like that may become like, if it gets better support, I feel like I lost 0 points. Okay, maybe I can't rank down out of Master Ball rank. I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't jinx it, but I feel like that Hydrapple I might see around a bit more. Like, that seemed pretty decently good, like 100 damage for 2 energy, but if you get like 2 heads, which thanks to Will is like a 50-50 chance, it's like, but then it can do 200 damage. I feel like that could do pretty good if it was like, if it was paired with something that can really help support it. There's Oricorio. I'm already partially annoyed. Wait, maybe I should have. No, I already had used the supporter back turn. Wait, why did I tap that card? Never mind. Indeedy. Did EX? I haven't seen that in a bit. Okay, I can already probably tell based on how this match is going that this opponent is not going to give me the opportunity to get to 1,000 points. Well, damage. And I don't even technically need to win the battle, I just need to be able to be 1,000 damage. Also, we can all agree that the Team Rocket's ambition, TCG Pockets, we can all agree that the immersive is either going to be Team Rocket's Mewtwo or Team Rocket's Meowth or Persian. Like, I cannot imagine a single other option. Okay, we're going to. They can just win the battle now. Okay. I knew from the start I saw Lord Coryo that was going to be like, yeah, this opponent isn't going to give me the chance to start pile a lot of energy. Oh, you're right, I have to put down the Pichu first. Okay, it's. Is this Mega Charizard Entei? Yeah, I think that's what this is. Which, maybe this could lead to me being able to stockpile some energy. Maybe. Who knows? I feel like this is an opponent that could very easily concede the battle. Just based on the type of deck they're running. Although I could be wrong, and this could be Genetic Apex Charizard, Shining Revelry Charizard, or just non-EX Charizard from Genetic Apex as well. Because just to be clear, the original Charizard from Genetic Apex I was talking about was the original EX one. But it's technically possible that it could be the just regular Charizard, but I don't think that's very likely. But also, I think this is one of the rare times that I can use a copycat and it benefits me during this challenge. I know nothing is going to come about thanks to these Pokeballs, but that's fine. It doesn't need anything to come about because of them. Hopefully they don't have Leaf. Because I'm just gonna be annoyed if that's the case. Why do they have... They have the max number of cards you can have in your hand. How have I used more cards than them this match? Ah, great, they're just gonna retreat. Wait, nope, they did not. Wait, no, they did retreat still. Why did you evolve first, then? Okay, I think it's currently doing 300 damage. Wait, why did it not Professor Oak last turn? Yeah, well. It's not like I'm trying to win this battle. Okay, I'm just gonna concede. Okay, I think it would be perfectly reasonable to stop here. I'm not going to, but it would be perfectly reasonable. Magby. This is the worst hand I've started with so far. Oh, it's a Lowland Ninetales EX deck. Which it surprised me how much play that promo card got used. Because the really only other promo card I've seen used as much is the Alchemy. From the Alchemy Suites Relay. Ah, great. I'm not attaching energy to a Pokemon. That's not gonna use it. But that was a horrible way to start off the game. This hand has just sucked. Just like how Misty sucks. No, I mean literally by Excalibur they made just so Misty never had to be used again. Yeah, great. Let's see, that's officially 4 energy now that can't be attached. Which doesn't sound like much until you realize that's 200 damage. $300 damage now. Oh, to the active Pokemon. Okay, I was confused by the wording. Okay, that's 300 damage that I just don't get to take advantage of now. Which, let's see, if they kill Pichu this turn, that would result in 450 as the max I could have done. Okay. It would have been a new damage record if this battle had happened a lot earlier. But my damage record is currently 680, so yeah, not that relevant anymore. Okay, I'm gonna do one more battle and then I think I'm gonna stop for today. Because I think this has gone well, but my brain's getting tired, so I think after one more battle, it's a good chance to stop. Also, I started talking louder because I found a room where I could talk at a normal volume and it's not really disturbing anyone from sleeping. Pichu, it's Dragonite. It's a Dragonite deck. Great. Or actually, no, this might also be a Mega Rayquaza deck as well. I'm literally actively using a Pichu in this deck right now. Okay, I think I'm just gonna use Leaf and retreat. Why is the opponent taking so long? Also, why do I feel like you're gonna switch to Dragonair and just start attacking me? They didn't do that, thankfully, but I would have been so freaking. Why did they concede? Okay, I'm gonna do one more battle because that battle just left me annoyed, and I don't want to be left annoyed. But why did they concede there? Also, I like the fact that you can use emblems to customize your trainer because it makes everyone unique because it's like, ooh, what are you showing off? Like, you could show off anything from the original set and emblems to the modern stuff. Okay, this is going to be a 2 out of 3 chance that I get something I want. Yep, got something I wanted. Toasty Toss. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's that player in the last game. I think they were definitely running a Mega Rayquaza deck. Because of how charged up they saw my Mega Rayquaza was getting, they were just like, nope, I'm conceding. I feel like I've already lost, even though I wasn't ever actually going to attack them. As you can tell by the fact I haven't really done that this entire time. Like, until I was about to lose. Which also, ooh, it's a Mega Houndoom. I heard some people saying that promo card was gonna be good, and judging by how much I struggled battling it in the stage 4 in the promo battles, I'm gonna say I think I agree. But it was so incredibly funny when I would win battles because it would flip the 3 coins, it would get 1 head, Victini would reset it, and then it would get 0 heads. And it's just like, why reset it at that point then? You got very unlucky. And it would have just been better if you hadn't been using Victini. Why did they switch to Victini? No, I mean literally, why did they switch to Victini and not Mega Houndoom? Oh wait, I think I know why. Because I have Mega Rayquaza out. I think they think I'm someone who's trying to win this battle and rank up, when that is absolutely not what's happening. How much energy is currently attached to Mega Rayquaza? Is that Thorn-Tree? That's 350 damage. Okay, I think this battle's also not going to be a new damage record. But that could always be wrong. Also, I used this backdrop for my fire deck for a while. Actually, I might still be using it for my fire deck. I know I was using it at some point when the fire deck was mainly about Infernape. Wait, maybe I should have healed before retreating. If they get two heads, I don't think there's really anything I could have done about that. Great. Well, so this opponent just feels lucky, and I feel like they're just gonna get three. Why did you not retreat there? You know what? Just to annoy this person, I'm just gonna not even retreat out this time. I'm just gonna stack up energy until I feel like it, and then I'll attack at some point. Okay, I could have done 500 damage this turn had I not retreat last. But that's fine, my max is currently 680. Okay, could have done 550 that turn, but it's fine. You know what, I'm just gonna finally use Leaf. Also, why are they not attaching energy anymore? That part has confused me. It would take me like 7 turns more to get to 1,000 energy. I think I've lost. I know they're just gonna retreat next turn and win. I've accepted that. Huh? Why did we not? I'm sorry, what's happening? Now I'm just confused. Do they really want to break my dream the second I have a chance to get close? Yeah, I think that's what they want to do. You know what? If that's what you're gonna do, fine. I'm currently at the point where I can do 850 damage. And now I'm at 900. They're gonna retreat. No, they did not. Okay, I'm confused still. What? If I hadn't retreated, maybe it would have worked out. Unfortunate. But thank you for giving me a chance, Gonzo Lord. Why did the thing freeze? I'll be back in a bit. I feel like that was going so well, though. Annoying. I'm just annoyed. But on the positive side, we do have a new most damage dealt record. And although this isn't the deck I started out with, this is still a decently fun deck, and yeah, I think it turned out fine. If I had to make a prediction for what I would change, I feel like red should be switched out for Pokemon Center Lady. And I think I'm gonna do that right now. And if I have time at a later date, I'm going to try to get this deck to work one final time. But if it ends up not working out that way, just know that this was a fun deck. I enjoyed this quite a bit. But anyway, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.